When you're trying to sell a product, a new product, what are the words that Madison Avenue finds are the most helpful? There are two. One is new, and the second is free. So we're going to give you something for free, and it's going to be new. People love things that are new. And so to some extent, that's part of the appeal of crypto. It's new, it's different. And younger people tend to like newer things. Older people my age and older, they tend to say, well, I know what I know from my life experiences. I don't want to try something new because I don't fully understand it. So the people pushing cryptocurrencies and related things are not generally people in their 70s or 80s. They're probably people in their 20s or 30s. I interviewed for my TV show the other day, Sam Bankman-Fried, who you probably know of. He's a 30-year-old who I think had at one point a fortune of about 20-some billion dollars. It's maybe down a little bit now. You know, he's probably typical of many of the people in that generation who are younger. They're willing to try things. They can afford to fail and then pick themselves up because they're so young again and start life all over again. He hasn't failed. But I think young people are the ones who lead revolutions. Young people are the ones who pursue things like, the current take smartphones or take personal computers. It was young people that kind of pushed that, or social media. Young people that kind of pushed that. You rarely see revolutionary companies being started by people in their 70s or 80s.
When you interview somebody like Sam Bankman-Fried, who we'll put him in the category of young billionaire successful with new technology, you also have interviewed people who were exactly like him just later in their career. And so whether that's the Jeff Bezoses or the Bill Gates or whoever they are. And I always say that, if the young challenger lives long enough, they become the incumbent. Right. In some ways, Bill Gates was trying to take on the incumbents, and now he has become the incumbent. What are the similarities and differences that you see in some of the young people today versus what you're seeing in the successful billionaires who now are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s?
Well, in my generation, younger people were not as focused on making fortunes. There were no private equity firms when I graduated from college. There was no, or virtually none. There were no hedge funds, or virtually none. And now more and more people in my generation, they were called in public service by President Kennedy in his famous inaugural address and things like that. People wanted to change the war in Vietnam or things like that. Now people, when they go to college, when they want to do, or if they even want to stay and graduate, they want to go out and start a business. They don't want to go change the world necessarily. They want to start a business, make some money. I think the ideal for a lot of people is to become a billionaire when you're 30 and then do whatever you want with the rest of your life. It's not that easy to do. But I do think that more and more younger people are attracted to business and entrepreneurial activities than was the case 20 or 30 or 40 years ago.
Hey, you, did you like this video? Great. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and see you next time.